Good evening and welcome to Sports Friday, or should I have started Happy New Year and welcome to Sports Friday. Kwenye walikuwa wamekuwa huko nje mkisherekea, mkicelebrate, I hope that all went well. Wenye wametoka wote, I hope mmetuletea makuku sisi wenye hatuku kanyaga na tukutoka nje Nairobi because jua iliwaka huko. Jua iliwaka huko. I am Edio Goe and welcome to Sports Friday. Join me on set, niko na my, well of course napenda kumuita in-house analyst, but kwa leo acha tumuite tu Brian Moshiri.
Absolutely, man.
Brian, how was your new year? Ulifungulia mwaka wapi?
I was in the house sleeping, man. I was in the house all day that day. I don't know. I was just in the house.
Mimi nilifungulia mwaka nikikesha. Yes.
You were in church?
Yes. Nilikuwa na chaya, by then nilikuwa church service.
No, sasa hakuna haja uja. As in ni kama unaifanya ni kama ikae vita. Si vita, ni sawa ulikuwa kanisa.
Brayo, cheki, acha nikwambie.
Mimi nilikuwa usingizi kwa kitanda.
Brayo, acha nikwambie. You have to strengthen your relationship with God. But that aside, let's get to sports. Now, a lot of things have happened ever since kutoka last year mpaka this year. It's been
I see what you did there,
yeah,
bro.
It's been a transition. So, vitu mob zimefanyika, and of course the stories are too many, but to focus only on those that actually made what would I say, more spectacle. Kama Manchester United na Arsenal. But before we get to that, we will be discussing transfers and of course Malkia Stars venye vitu zinawaendea. But let's start with what we know. Now, Malkia Strikers are off to Cameroon for Olympic qualifiers. The national women's volleyball team will today at 8 p.m. jet out to Cameroon for an upcoming 2020 African Olympics qualifiers. Malkia Strikers will battle Nigeria, Egypt, Cameroon and Botswana for a sole slot reserved for Africa in Tokyo Olympics slated for the 24th July to August 9th. Head coach Paul Bitok is confident his charges can end 16 years' wait of an appearance at the Olympics. Kenya last played the Olympics in 2004 in Athens, Greece. Wow, that's devastating. Kenya serve off their campaign on Sunday against Egypt before taking on rivals Cameroon on Tuesday. Now, Brian, Malkia Strikers have got last year was quite a year. Now, of course, haikuishia vizuri tukiangalia vitu zenye zilifanyika, but seeing that they are off to the Olympic qualifiers now. Olympics is something that imekuwa kitu hepa. We have not been there in the last
teams,
6. In fact, I think wakininita kwa tuni almost a similar records na ile nani ku qualify. Rambe Stars
qualify back to AFCON.
Yeah, so there's a youth team naona imekuwa integrated. Ameingiza so many young people, which is something that is good because last year tulikuwa na accomplish that most of the players that were there wako na the energy ya ku play all the games na still so this one is a tournament zinakuwa ziko squeezed. Akona youthful team but incorporate na ma senior players wengine. What do you think about their nini?
It's a good thing, you know. You always have to bring in an incorporation of your old players and your new players for that little bit of experience as well as little bit of energy in your team, huh? So all in all, tunatakia Malkia Strikers the best of luck. However, all the same challenges, you know, we fear of the same challenges, but it's going to be a big one, especially the Kenya v Cameroon game. That's a big one. That's the big group, one. A lot of rivalry for over the years, along the two teams. But all the best to our girls as a. Well,
one thing I'm actually proud of. One thing that I'm actually proud to actually say today, and ndo msisemaga timu wanaga serikali bure. This time Gava ilikuwa very very attentive that responsibility yao ya financial ilikuwa sorted even before one's training. I think that says something. I mean, for the first time,
it's
at
a
least,
new slate, huh?
Yes, this is something that, well, let's just say I am happy that the government actually took an initiative and changed things, changed the way they do things. Because last year nayo walituangusha tu mara mingi sana. Anyway, nimeona kwa team kuna Jen Washu.
Of course.
We have Joy Lusenaka. And then kwa mid blockers tuko na Edith Wisa, Gladys Ekaru, Joan Chelengat, Violet Makuto. Outside hitters naona tuko na Mercy Moim, Jemima Siangu, Leonida Kisaya na Noel Muriba. Opposite tuko na Immaculate Chemtai, Sharon Chepchumba. Hizo majina jo poleni sana kama nimesema vibaya, but
shout out to my friend
Okay.
Of course, for the longest time we've been buddies. It's an amazing lady.
Longest time ni kutoka lini?
Juzi tu nilimuinterview hapa juzi tu the other day na tukakula best.
Well,
but she's an amazing lady anyway.
All the best to Malkia Strikers, and we really wish that everything goes well, because we will really be hoping to see you in the Olympics. Unajua Olympics is the one thing that Kenyans wamekuwa kiwatch for a very long time. Ever since enzi ya Moi tumekuwa tukifanya gani kama yani wasi wanatoka job mapema ile Brazil ndilituangusha. Ya Brazil jo timing yao ilikuwa mbaya sana. Tulikuwa masazi ilikuwa
jo asubuhi.
Anyway, all in all, we wish you all the best, and we hope that you actually achieve everything that you went or you set out to achieve in these qualifiers. Now, moving on, Kosgei caps a fine year with a victory in Brazil. Now, this last year was a very fine year for Kosgei. She finished. Oh, when I say Kosgei, I'm talking about Bridget Kosgei.
Yeah, Bridget.
Alimaliza the year vizuri sana. She was one of the best Nini runners we had, and she finished the year very well. In fact, women's world marathon record holder Bridget Kosgei is this year champion of Corrida International de São Silvestre 15 kilometers road race held in Sao Paulo, Brazil. The race happened on Tuesday, 31st. Okay. Kosgei took an early lead before winning the race in 48 minutes and 56 seconds ahead of her compatriot Sheila Chelangat, who timed 50 minutes and 10 seconds, while Ethiopia's Tisadak Nigus sealed the podium in 50 minutes 12 seconds, that is. World Marathon bronze medalist Pauline Kaveke finished fourth with 50 minutes and 51 seconds, while Delvin Meringor, also from Kenya, was fifth after crossing the line in 50 minutes and 51 seconds. In the men's category, Kenya's Kibot Kendei crossed the line with 42 minutes and 59 seconds ahead of Uganda's Jacob Kiplimo, who is also the world's cross-country silver medalist, who clocked 43 minutes on the dot.
Okay.
But back to Bridget. She had a spectacular year last year. She was pia alivunja record kama ule msewetu Eliud. But unfortunately yake ikureiziwa match nini watu wa kuiongelelea sana, because well
sadly ilikuja just around the same time
na nani, so hiyo hype ya nini kama
sadly inakuanga tu hivyo. There sometimes you just yours is a milestone, yes, but now there is a major milestone that ends up covering your thing.
Now, Bridget has been away for injuries. Amekuwa na injuries kadhaa, so amekuwa away for quite a while. But she's back, and she actually used this race to actually gauge herself and see if she can actually do something in the Olympics. Now, speaking of Olympics, which takes me to the next story. Kenya's Tokyo Olympics team is set to be released this month. Now, the Olympics team has not been released at this moment, but the one thing that I'm actually proud about is this year they're actually trying to do it a little bit different, because they want to make sure the team a bit earlier. Now, as Tokyo Olympics Games 2020 phase starts to show, Kenya Marathon team will be picked this month. Athletics Kenya President Jack Tuwei has announced. The Olympics Marathon and Race Walker competition will be hosted in the city of Sapporo, Hey, I am not from Japan. Hokkaido.
Okay. Where?
Prefecture. Which is about 800 kilometers from Tokyo. Jack Tuwei noted that Kenya is keen to retain its title in the Olympics Games, and early selection will allow an ample time for the athletes to focus on the preparations. Now, this year, at least when I name the nini mapema, so that preparations can start early, which is something that is actually commendable. This is something that I'm actually proud of, because most of the times hizi vitu zinanemiwaga tu impromptu. Hata but now that hii team inaenda kuwa mentioned early, I hope serikali pia mmejipanga na pesa pia mapema. Msifike hiyo time alafu mkaanza kusema hatukusubmitiwa sijui nini. Brian.
Well, it's nice for someone to get to know whether they are in or out early on. It works very.
Uanze kuji.
Unajua tu na
unajipanga mentally, psychologically,
physically. If you made it, there is a shorter span, because some of these characters are very young.
True.
So the media inaweza mfeel akili na ashindo ku participate poa na ku make it on this international front. But you see, when there's a longer time frame for you to be able to prepare, inafanya ukue ready na hiyo time frame inakuokolea.
True.
Sababu you don't have, as in utakuwa ushakubali, usha make it, na sasa you're now on to the next stage. You're past the celebration, celebratory
stage. Celebratory stage. But anyway, I get what you're trying to say. True. It's better to mention you earlier, we're prepared in all ways so that wakifika huko it's something that you know. Now one thing I actually notice is the reason wali wanataka kumention nini early is also because ile weather yenye itakuwa huko Tokyo is a bit different. It's itakuwa very hot.
You're able also to acclimatize.
Yes. And that's something that's very good. I hopefully wataenda ku train Mombasa kama venye walifanya Harambee ile time nyingine yenye tuliqualify ile ingine hata hii tuliqualify Cup of Nations ile kid.
You know, we actually did better that time.
Yeah, by the way, we did better.
Na tulitayarisha tu coast.
Hapa tu Mombasa na hiyo weather. Hivyo one time.
But anyway, it's okay.
Well, still on Olympics with just 169 days to Olympics trials. I say trials. And stadium concerns still rise. Now, up to this date, with 169 days to Kenya Olympics track and field trials, there are rising concerns to whether Eldoret Kipchoge Keino Stadium, the venue for the selection of the selection meet, will be ready to host the country's elite athletes. Now, to this point, hii stadium yenye inafaa kuwa ina host hiyo trials haiko prepared, haiko ready. Now there are rising concerns to whether it will be ready in time, ama will they have to shift venue for the trials.
You see, I got a chance to interact with someone who is top notch at the Athletics Kenya.
Nilikuwa fikiri utaniambia you actually had the chance to actually interact na either unye ama
usiongoje ni
ama okay sawa
nini acha mambo ya. So anyway, but this kind of things, that is actually how unapata pesa wewe inaibiwa. Let me tell you why. Because you've said there's 169 days to
trials.
To the Olympic trials,
yes.
Okay? And they'll stall the time ikaeka. So when it's last minute, they'll tell you we need to procure something, carpet for the track, 150 million, and it's procured as an emergency. Okay? So that's how this
itisha na emergency ndika extend kwa expensive.
Okay, unajua tukiitisha na emergency haitaenda through the procurement process. Okay? Haitaenda through the procurement process. So itakuwa tu tunataka track, tunataka hiyo part ya carpet 160 million, very fast iruke hii process yote iko implemented, watu wapewe pesa.
Ila ndio nasema umekana watu tena namba kumwajua.
Yes, nimekana hasi hadi nimewajua. Let me tell you something. IAAF is coming in July.
Yes, true.
IAAF under 20 championships. The guys who were here 2 years ago under 18, they're coming back here in July under 20. Nani producer leo?
Idi ila ndio producer leo. Na acha kusema watu mwakala mpaka mwajua. Akona issues na yeye leo.
Akona issues na mimi. But una notice these are some of the things zenye wanafanya ndio hizi vitu ziibiwe, do iibiwe and stuff like that. Because you cannot explain how we know a venue, we know we are supposed to go for the Olympics.
Yes. We know
we have to do trials. We know we have to have a venue.
The dates are set.
The dates are set.
But
the government knows.
The people know.
But everyone knows, even we know.
And we are the youth.
Next story.
Well, back to January. Okay. January windows are open, and of course a lot of teams are being mentioned in regards to transfers. This, I'm talking about football, whether it's local or international. Each and every team has been mentioned in one way or another in regards to transfer, because each and every team is out to look for new players to actually improve their squads. Now, some teams have money, others don't. Others are just there. Some teams need players, others don't. Others, again, are just there. But there's one team that actually really caught my attention is Gor Mahia. Now, Gor Mahia striker has joined Yanga. Now, that's not the spectacular part, that's not the most interesting part of the story, but let's just get to it. Ivorian striker Gislain Yepi Uyo has completed a move from Kenya champions Gor Mahia to Tanzania giants Yanga SC. Now, here's the interesting part of the story. Now, this striker that is being mentioned in particular, but here's the most interesting part. He is still contracted under Gor Mahia, yet amesainiwa na Yanga.
On this other side.
Yes. Now, where it gets more interesting is because according to FIFA rules, according to FIFA rules, if a player goes unpaid for 2 months, he has the right to shift to another club. So, Yanga signed him on that technicality, that he
na sasa mshahara anakula kote kuwili.
Now, that ameenda the other side atakuwa nakula mshahara ya Yanga. Sasa ile ya Gor ndo sijui kama baada atadai zile 2 months ama juu sasa ameshift to contract ile 2 months pia imeenda hivyo. Now this is something that has been raised with the fact that Gor Mahia have been suffering financially for a very long time ever since SportPesa as a brand stepped out of the industry. Now Gor Mahia is suffering right now, and right now they have started losing players because for a very long time they have not been playing, they have not been paying their players in time. In fact, kuna wengine wajalipwa for over 3 months now.
You know, now I don't know. It's actually very sad because assuming I'm a Gor Mahia player,
yes,
and my landlord sees me playing on the Kwa TV, the Kenyan Premier League.
Anaona venye una trend kwa Instagram na Twitter na Facebook yote.
Anaona vile naguza game fit, watu wananishangilia. Grao
imejaa. Lakini mshahara ingi.
Na unaenda kumwambia una rent. Because these people live in houses, they have families.
True, they feed people.
They feed people.
So you can't really blame the striker for leaving.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you have to feel for Gor because this is something that is happening to them, and this is just one player that has left. What happens to the rest of the players if this continues? Now, if you think that this is only happening to Gor Mahia, AFC Leopard coach has also resigned from his post. Now, according to the coach, he said that he resigned due to financial issues. Now, also, AFC Leopard has been suffering financially since SportPesa watoke kwa industry. Now, these are two teams that were being highly financed by SportPesa, and now they are suffering so much because they do not have a sponsor to actually fill the void that was left by SportPesa. Now, when you look at Kenya Premier League, these two teams have been the face of Kenya Premier League for a very, very long time. In fact, when you talk about history of the Kenya Premier League, there's so much to mention about these two teams. Of course, na Shabana Batao, but still, these two teams have to be mentioned so many times. Now, one, washa lose coach. Okay, if Leopard wame lose coach because waezi lipa coach. Okay. Gor washanza kulose ma player wao because waezi walipa. Bran, what do we do?
It's actually I was actually looking at my phone because I need to run through a tweet here.
Okay.
It's by my good friend Carol Radul.
Serikali saidia.
Hey Radul bwana. Hey. But anyway, on this one, it's actually confirmation of some new signings. Actually, one of our Harambee Stars midfielders, Eric Johanna, has joined a Swedish Division 2 side called Sodra, and it's an amazing fit for him. Now back to our story. Back to our sasa huyu ashaomoka.
Okay, huyu ameenda.
Huyu sasa ameenda.
Wacha tumuone kwa SuperSport sasa.
Sasa huyu sasa tunamuonea SuperSport na YouTube. But it's okay. Now back to our troubles. I don't know. Now you chased away SportPesa. There's been a conversation even on society that SportPesa ilikuwa inaharibu vijana. There was that conversation. It's true. Guys were betting. But also
guys are still betting.
Wait. Sasa kwani ni mimi nilisema waende?
Okay,
kwani ni mimi niliwafukuza?
Sawa.
But anyway, yes, guys still bet. I honestly, by the time Gava was kicking away such a big brand, I don't know whether their meetings that went in on place. I don't know. I never got to follow that entire story purely because SportPesa was one of our employers and used to give us nice chums. But now, what do you do? What do we do now? Okay, now I'm a Gor player. I'm supposed to be playing week in, week out. There's no money. I'm an AFC coach. I'm supposed to be coaching lads week in, week out. Those guys train. They have to eat. They have to drink. They have to they have to drink water and tea and all these other things. Okay. So I don't know. Gava, can we start in 2020 again? Gava.
Okay, tuanze ile wimbo yetu. Now, if you are at any point thinking that, well, kaa serikali yezisaidia, well, it's over for Kenya Premier League. Well, this one is actually a shock. Sofapaka has unveiled 11 new players. Now, Kenya Premier League side Sofapaka on Friday unveiled 11 new players as they bid to reclaim their crown that they lost in 2009. 4 of the players hail from Ghana, Cameroon, and Uganda were present in the team's training today. Sofapaka coach Baraza said that the move to add new players in the middle of the season was necessary to increase depth in the team and reduce fatigue. Sofapaka are currently placed 8th with 21 points, having played 13 matches, and they will be looking forward to their next match against Kariobangi Sharks. Now, Sofapaka, team zingine zinalia pesa mpaka zina coach anaacha job na maplayer wanaenda. Sofapaka wanaangusha 11 players. Karang, twende.
Sofapaka is Kenya's version of Chelsea.
Oh.
Okay. Major shout out to Mr. Elika Kalakwa.
Okay.
Kalekwa rather. He's the owner of Sofapaka. He bought it in 2004. And ever since that, 2004 plus 5 years, fast forward 5 years on, they're Kenyan Premier League champions. And umse ana pump do, ni ukweli.
Anatumia pesa yake vizuri.
Kitu na anaeka hapo hivyo ndani. Now, my only problem is when you bring in 11 players, there's so much you can do. There's so much also you can't do. The chemistry of these characters, I don't quite think you expect them to gel within 2-3 months of the league for you to have made significant progress. Right now they are 8th. They are at least, I think, around 15 points adrift, Gor Mahia. And inaweza kuwa ngumu. But maybe for future seasons to come, they may look into challenging for the championship.
Well, probably personally, I actually think that when you sign in January, you're actually signing the players to actually integrate with the team so that when you start the next season, you have a team that actually understands each other very, very, very well. Now, moving on to international signings, there have been a lot on the charters. People are really spreading rumors. Now, easy rumors ni mingi sana, I have to actually mention that, but let's talk about the ones that actually really mean something. Now, Liverpool have signed a player.
First of all, lady, sit down here.
No, I will not sit down.
Hapa chini.
Brian ananiambia nikae chini because Chelsea beat Arsenal 2-1 na kwa kila mtu mwenye aliona game.
We said nani alikuwa producer hiyo siku?
No, you said and I let you say it.
Hilary, uko na kanda. Unajua mimi kuna msema kweli siku hizi.
You know,
we live in the 21st century.
Let us be very
we are on live national TV. We've been recorded
listen,
week in, week out.
Brian, let
Hilary,
us be very
play last week's
Brian,
footage.
let us be very direct. You said and I let you say. We did not say. There was no we.
Okay.
Kwa hiyo conversation ulisema, mimi nikanyasikia ukisema. Now,
we tried.
Of course, walituchapa, we do not deny that, but in recovery to that, we went on and we beat thoroughly Manchester United. Now,
hey, Arsenal fans are making noise.
Of course, man. Let me tell you something.
Akina Radulu huko nje.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. If Manchester ingepiga Arsenal, sisi wote hatungepumua. Jiseo wangekuwa nasema wamepiga timu zote big 4.
Oh, yes.
Sasa kutoa tu hiyo aibu, si tuliwanyamazisha. So hatukuwa tunajisaidia tu sisi peke yetu.
Tulikuwa tunasaidia kila mtu in general.
Yes.
But you played a nice game. It's a nice thing.
Okay. Let's talk transfers and let's talk about them in relation to the things that happen. Now, one thing I actually noticed about Manchester is they really need a striker. One thing, that is something that they really need. A striker and a creative midfielder.
Moja, niko na kitu. So today when I was in the shower, I came across a meme. Ati siku hizi betting is so hard. Hata uweke all players to wear boots. Utaona Jesse Lingard akitokea na Timberland.
Mimi leo nyingine ilikuwa ati Jesse Lingard akifika kwa hawa akitoa vitu zenye anatoa wale tukifungua alafu anatoa Rashford na Marshall pia. Hizo ni memes. Let's not get into that. Now, Manchester United wanahitaji number 10.
Wanapanga access to Kenya.
Wanahitaji number 10.
Anyway,
na Pogba is a very big thing that they actually really need to solve. If they either let him go or they let him go. Me, that's how I think about it.
Okay,
they either let him go or they let him go.
Pogba ni mnoma hivyo, mimi sijui.
Because here's the thing. Okay. Siwezi sema ni mnoma, but one thing is when these injuries inafuatanaga hivi sana, you have to start noticing a trend and then unaanza kujiuliza maswali. Ni kama ile time yenye Mositori zile alikuwa anashuka tu na ugonjwa zenye tuelewi. Sijui back spasm, sijui flu. Mi homa hizi nizuia kuingia ground. In fact, naingia ground vizuri sana by the way.
Homa hizi kuzuia kucheza bola.
Homa hizi kuzuia kucheza. Now, hizi ndio vitu zenye zilikuwa zinanifanya naangalia. Okay, when I look at Manchester United and I look at the area they lack, they have a very good defense. Okay. But just like Arsenal, I used to say, it doesn't matter how many defense you have or how good your defense is, as long as wana gongwa kuna mahali wata concede. Now, this is what Solskjaer had to say after the game.
Stumble back today.
Yeah, you can say that because, of course, we've lost the game after 2 wins. Then again, it's for me, it was a game between 2 teams that do have loads of quality, and Arsenal showed it more than us in the first half, and they won the game through that.
What was the problem in the first half? I mean, they did dominate, particularly after about 10 minutes. Did you come out of the block slow? What was it?
No, I thought we came out okay. Got 2 or 3 counter-attacks. But then they got into the game by maybe we took a couple of too many touches. They were really sharp in the regains and they won the ball back off us. We never managed to settle. And the 2 goals, obviously, it's disappointing to concede. I can just see them there, sorry.
Didn't they look any better this time?
No, not really.
Well, that was Solskjaer speaking after the game, and when you would listen to the whole statement in general, there was one thing we can notice, ni aliongelelea how Arteta has really improved the team. Now, all the teams with transfers bado zinaendelea. Now let's talk Ibrahimovic. Now Ibrahimovic has been a case that has been discussed for a very long time. Now earlier late last year hapo December aliongelelea venye atatoka lakini hakusema ni mali anaenda. Right now it has been clear that he'll be going to AC Millan and he will be wearing the number 21 jersey. But let's be honest, can Ibrahimovic really create a difference going to AC Milan?
Well,
ukiangalia zile vitu zote zenye AC Milan wana need Ibrahimovic kweli alikuwa ni kitu yenye anahitaji?
I don't think so. I don't know. But you see, sometimes a team actually doesn't quite need what we all think it needs. Maybe sometime a team only needs someone like Ibra, a leader.
Okay. Kuna unajua sahi kuna mapele wengine ni wazae kama Rooney niliona jana pia alicheza game ya derby alicheza 90 minutes alafu na alikuwa na assist by the way after not playing for 2 months alikuwa na assist na alicheza 90 minutes. That says something about Wayne. But still when you look at these players and then when you look at the teams that they go to, now Ibrahimovic going back to AC Milan, well, it is not that much of a big news, but the question is, when you look at the things that AC Milan lack, I really don't think Ibrahimovic was the right call. I mean, considering the amount of money that they'll be paying the guy, wangekuwa na lipoto wengine wawili wazuri wenye wangefanya other things. But then again, AC Milan is AC Milan, and when you go to Italy, like they say, sijui ki Italia. But anyway, Liverpool also wamesign anaitwa nani?
Kama fulani hapo kakona jina ngumu sana.
But one thing I actually looked at Jurgen Klopp, hiyo ilikuwa ni signing yenye ili make sense. That one actually really made sense. The guy has been so good last season, and when you look at the things that they lack, wanalakigi kwa sababu haezi rotate squad because ile performance ya ile first 11 inatoa au wengine wakikamigi walitagi the same result. So anakuwa anaogopa kurisk kucheza nao watu kwa game yenye na matamo. Unaona sasa?
They have a problem with their squad rotation.
Yes. So him making this siding, I think itamsaidia sana kwa rotation. But then again, let's hope and see.
But then again, it's Liverpool. You remember when the time we were playing at watacheza Club World Cup na walemewe na ikuwe ngumu ku come back to EPL and all that. Okay, they are still like a game or two adrift of the top, but Arsenal were normal.
Now the man you've just seen on your screen is Timothy Werner. Now after Manchester United walishindwa kusign Anto Holland. Yes, walishindwa kumsign. Now Timothy Werner is the man that is on their focus.
Timothy Werner is good.
He's really, really good.
In fact, German is number 9.
Of course. And he is really, really producing. In fact, and I produced more than I actually even expected. But he's now Manchester United's new target. Chelsea, on the other hand, want to focus 2 people. Ule Jordan Sancho and the other one was who?
Zaha.
Yes, Luis Zaha.
I don't know why
in fact Chelsea is after very many players. Hata si hao peke yake.
Unajua afadhali you know Chelsea have kept not more than 5 clean sheets this entire season. Wacha tu mimi naweza sema tununue defender.
No defender. But when you're looking at it out there, Brian, which defender would actually make a difference in Chelsea? Mwenye ako nje.
A young defender.
Yes.
There's this character I've been following. If Mr. Roman Abramovich could make a call to me.
Yes.
Anaitwa Zagadou. That character is from Borussia Dortmund. He's 6'4". He's huge. Rudi Gakando.
Na unajua Borussia kwa kuuza anajua kuuza. So kama mko pesa.
That character is good. That Jama is good. But then again, we have a problem with our defense, honestly. As in, if mimi nikianza ulizwa, si atuweki clean sheet. Hakuna clean sheet tunaweka sisi.
No, I actually saw your defense, and even when we were playing, hata nikiangalia ile Arsenal, it's only that the Arsenal strikers did not make the most of the chances that were offered, but the defense was in shambles. In fact,
absolutely.
I would say even Arsenal for the first time will defend better than Chelsea.
Mlijaribu sana.
And that's to say so much because this isn't the things that Arsenal has been doing kwa ground. Ukisema wali defend better than Chelsea, that's a statement. That's a real statement. That's a real statement.
Hey, that's a real statement, you guys.
But anyway, transfers are still going and we'll be updating you as they proceed. Each and every transfer in Itamekiwa will be updating you every Friday. So stay tuned. Keep on your focus and please join us next Friday as we discuss more on transfers. As from us is goodbye, and of course, as usual, we wish you a happy New Year and a very, very prosperous 2020. I have been your host, Eddie Ogoy, and joining me on set has been our in-house analyst, Brian Mushiri, and from us to you, as usual.
Why don't you let me say my name?
Okay, watch us Jinake. Maybe he has a very way to say it. So
No. There's no way to say it. There's
okay,
no particular way to
unless
say
you
it.
take accent ya Kisapere hapo nje.
Hapana, sinasema jina yangu. Kwani jina yako?
Brian,
Sini
sema
yangu.
jina yako.
Haya, mimi naitwa Brian Mushiri basi.
Ungefikiri alikuwa anataka kusema jingine ni kana sauti ya Shaggy lakini oops. Back to it.
Our reggae guys are here.
Now, for the regular lovers, please stay tuned because nimeona crew ya reggae ndio hiyo imeingia. Island vibes will be coming shortly, so please stay tuned. Shout out.
Wazazi wangu.
Brian ameshikwa na uluya, so tumpatie ka second.
Nipatieni 2 seconds.
Tumako kasalamu.
Unajua kwanza leo nikitoka niliacha
Brian,
mama yangu
kisha tuko na 2 seconds.
Okay. So shout out to my father and my mom. Anyway, shout out to my dad and mom. They're really great supporters of mine. And a couple of my friends, Kina Brian Githinji and Lin Wamoyo, a good friend of mine. Major shout out to them.
Shout out to Brian Izo from me. It's goodbye.
Cheers, man.